All right, this is weird, man. Because they be like saying 58 minutes and then they load in 30. So this is like backwards. Usually YouTube is time travel backwards, you know. 1 hour and 40 minutes, 1 hour and 58 minutes, 2 hours and 38 minutes, and then blah, 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 blah. And or you'll sit there and go, 20 minutes to load. And then 20 minutes later, 20 minutes to load, right? And so that's how YouTube is. So it's different when this is definitely a rarity today when it says 58 minutes and loads in 30. And you're like, what be going on, right? I was sitting there, I watched the stuff on the news. Me and Michelle have had conversations. Me and Barack have had conversation. Barack plays me or tries to play me, like most of the guys do. Michelle had sincere conversations with me, but Michelle didn't see as much intricate detail. She wasn't with Hillary and Joe watching the boat ride bedroom. Okay. So Michelle's different than Barack. And she loves him. And she knows he was in a fucked up situation of not his invention. Okay. And she wants the marriage to last because there's nothing you can overcome. Okay. When you're truthful with yourself, you're honest with yourself, and you're devoted to your children living a faithful, loving life, and that being passed on to your grandchildren. Okay. So, you know, she's not a martyr and she's not going to sit there and, you see what I'm saying. Okay. So she wants her marriage until she wants the wedding vows. She's like me. We've had conversations. And there was a lot of things with tensions through things through the past. But that was because of in the thousands of years of life and stuff like that. That's because someone like maybe Abner gets killed and then the wife needs protection or comfort from David. Okay. And that kind of thing. Those kind of situations me and her don't like. Okay, squash this shit. Okay, get Anthony Ingram out of the game. Okay, we don't want him to get hurt. Okay, you funny. I'm just connecting to Michelle. She's got a lot. She got a lot of swag in her. She don't fuck around. She don't like to be fucked with. Okay, I don't think she's a monster, but she can sure be mean. But I understand why she's mean. Like my wife, she knows how much. Because I've been thinking and gonna call Patrick. If we already talked about it. If she needs a place to stay and all that. That woman tried to kill you. She talked about killing you. Yeah, but that was then and this is now. And I'm not Tyler Perry and I'm not Medea, but I don't want his mom to suffer in carbon emission cesspool shit the way Shelby and Trisha had to. So if I can offer her some relief until we're living the Lord's Prayer, because of all these shitheads, well, they're shitheads, all these bastards talking bullshit and lie about family and stand up for your family, like on that stupid fasting thing with those military perverts with Chris Hemsworth. Well, you got family, that's why you do it. If you have family, you stand up for the Lord's Prayer and you stop acting like a fucking peckerwood on a pussy plantation, leaving a statue of your dick for your children to have to say that's part of your worship. Shut up, Richard Dawkins, right? You get real mad, right? Like, listen to Stephen A. Smith and Park talk about Dylan Brooks. You set him straight. He says, listen, I know a lot of young men that play basketball from Canada, and you don't act like any of them. And I'm about ready to whoop your ass, Dylan Brooks. Okay? No, you don't take a swipe at the man's thumb. Okay, Dylan Brooks, I'm 58 years old. All right? I'll take your ass out into the parking lot. You swing on me. We'll roll you into the arena in a wheelchair, and I'll play basketball that night and say, don't nobody hit nobody when they're vulnerable. This is exercise, and money ain't real, and I'm the Lord's Prayer. Bitch. Okay, do you understand? You don't know how many people I've told that to. You're going to hit me when I'm vulnerable and hurt me and send me to the hospital. Right? I wouldn't do that to you. But I would take Kendrick Perkins out in the parking lot and bounce his head off his own fucking hood to his car. Okay? And the next night, he'd be coming in like Guy, whatever dude, the quarterback from the fucking Who Dat? Yeah. So what happened? Earl knocked the boop out of him because he was trying to hurt him on the basketball court to win a fucking game for money to fuck a bitch in a hotel at Disney World. Straighten him out, right? Guys, I'm connecting to Michelle Obama. You're going to have to be a little bit more. Wait, this one about ready to kick my ass. Yeah. Michelle was the one that set me straight about legalese. She said there one time I was bringing home these yogurts, right? And the yogurts sit there and say it. that they're healthy for you. And she goes, you're going to give these to Emily and Noah and Kate. They're going to be bouncing off the walls and you can be yelling at them. She goes, go get them a pizza. If you want to give them something with sugar, give them some fresh made donuts out of the bakery. Let them bounce off the wall for 20 minutes and pass out in the sugar coma like Rosie O'Donnell, or like Rosie, what was her name again? You know, the crazy lady from the Connors. Rosie, you know. Roseanne Barr, that's her name. Shit, yeah, okay. You know, the crazy lady from Utah. Because some people are so nice, you want to walk up to them and put a 16-penny nail through their forehead. You know, people like that. That was one of the funniest jokes she ever said. And men think that the uterus is a location device. Where's the remote? I don't know. Let me sit on the couch and see. Shit was funny. Oh, and then the other thing, the one little girl that died in her house fire in Minnesota, right? That was not the first openly gay song. No, the first openly gay song, it was before your song by Bernie and Elton. It was Come Saturday Morning by the Sandpipers. Anybody in their right mind knows that. Dressed all in our wings and our Saturday things. And then we will go, just I and my friend. I mean, if that's not openly gay, I don't know what the fuck is, right? Oh, I'm talking to Michelle Obama. Okay. You know, sometimes me and her are on the same page. As far as the other dude that does bodyguard work that was talking to Trump that they had me watch, no. We already talked about that. I've met those guys. Family's everything. Bullshit. Okay? I've known people that will kill Moses so his kid can have Moses' people build the statue to his greatness. What the fuck's going on over there? There's someone in Buddy's Orchard in the mud in a car. Yeah. Hold up. Hold up. I'm getting tired of this shit. They're leaving. Getting tired of that shit. I didn't explain it online. I'll have to do it now. Do not drive in people's orchards when their soil is wet. Okay? Do you understand? Don't do it. All right? They work hard on those things. They got $1,000 equipment. Those guys work their asses off. And when you drive in a car in that, it creates these divots in there where it soaks in the water and doesn't distribute easily to those trees to get them the proper nutrients, water, and oxygen, the water they need to provide oxygen for your children. Okay? You won't stand up for a Lord's Prayer to stop economic genocide. Okay, but you'll get pissed off at your neighbor because he's on the other side of the table at the poker table where you're playing cards with him for money and saying you're leaving your children peace, love, and tranquility, right? Stop driving in the orchards and messing up his shit. Okay, those men work hard on those orchards to make sure they can pay their bills because no one will stand up for the Lord's Prayer Army in this chicken shit factory of fucktards. Thank you. I'm talking to Michelle Obama. Okay. Amy, Ralphie, get my Amy Sue, she says, you don't want dad to have to lecture you. I never talk to my kids like that, no. One time I did when Noah was lighting things on fire with a magnifying glass. I picked him up by the scruff of his collar and shoved him into the pillows on his bed and said, I'm not Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville and South Park, son. I will raise you and not let the TV raise you. I am deathly serious about this. Do not play with anything that can catch the house on fire and kill your siblings and you. Do you understand me? And when we talked on the messenger, I talked to him about it. He goes, yeah, that was bad, Dad. It was like, it was. I shouldn't have had to do that. But I know you were mind fucked by those assholes that were fucking your mom with technology and super soldiers at Fort Huachuca. Thanks, Michelle. Thank you for that one. She didn't assess this situation properly, and she's a lawyer. No, her and Obama both freaked on that. So does Susana Martinez. You give this guy something, he hasn't never touched a bar exam. He has never read a law book. His mom just told him about how the legal system works because she was a legal secretary. Okay? And this man can walk into the courtroom and listen to you and then explain to you, and then they'll shut him up because they don't want him to be intelligent enough and faithful enough and kind enough and courageous enough to make them look like the crooked, murdering legalese, write down anything and get assholes to agree with it to fight and kill and fuck over money that they can get away with. He is special. Thanks. Tell Sasha and Malia I said, hey. I get the concept, I know, but just say it anyway. Well, you say, okay. Hi, Sasha. Hi, Malia. Just go give Daddy a hug and let him know you love him, and he was in a difficult situation and he didn't invent it, and he was put in there by assholes that wanted to show that they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watching your Jesus die, Parsons. Okay, baby girls? Thank you. Malia, that's one of the most beautiful smiles I've ever seen. Thank you, okay? Don't you get all spunky, Miss Sasha. I like her. So I think she's like Natalie. I think she's the spirit of a person that through killing and keeping us apart and stuff is a spirit of somebody that probably most likely when we were of same age sat there and looked at a dance floor and said, oh, one enchanted evening. I think I like him. I think I like her too. Don't let that go to your head. No, we're not going to have, no, I agree with your mom. We ain't having no Belichick type thing. Right? No, right? I'm going to get a girl close to my age. I feel more comfortable that way. I will not kill off my sons to have his wife. You know me. I'm like Jesus and King David. I'm not like Pharaoh. I'm not like the big mound builders of insanity that will kill off, send men off to die so they can comfort their wives with sex while that young man has got a place in heaven because he defended the divinity of the gods. Right? Any of you assholes on TV think you can talk about anything intelligently, compassionately, and bravely in front of me? The attack on manhood. You can't attack manhood. It's impossible. Manhood is faithful, eternal, perfect love. And cowards can't attack that. They can just lie about it. Okay? I love you all right. Peace, man.